Hello and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. I'm Blue.
And I'm Jordan.
Holy fuck, thank God. Flawless intro. Okay, so I think we're getting better at that.
We're getting close.
We're starting to learn how to work around each other's.
We were really good at it for a long time, and then when we got to this new system, the OKs started slipping in.
Well, the problem is that I used to be able to cut shit like that out.
Yes, that's also true.
So, like, if we had a false start or whatever, I could literally just trim it off. But
Yeah,
now it's like, no, once you hit the button, like, unless you want to start
this is
over.
the podcast.
Yeah, so, all right. Yeah, last, or I guess like a few weeks ago, we talked about just a fucking terrible, terrible series. And thank God we have now hit Power Rangers Bedrock. We cannot go any lower than that. I feel very confident in saying that was the worst that the franchise has had to
I
offer.
am quite sure it will remain on the bottom.
Yes, so um, we, in my opinion, we already passed peak, but at least we've now also passed valley. So uh,
Yep.
uh, we've only got decent stuff from here on out for the most part. Um, so today we're talking about Power Rangers Dino Charge, and I kind of really like
Power
this one.
Rangers, Power Rangers.
It's a little bit more like guilty pleasures series, but I do enjoy it. And yes, let us start with the theme song. The fucking like tribal chanting shit is so good.
It's
Um,
great.
and then like
It's such a good entrance.
I like the actual lyrics too. The fucking in a world full of strife. Din, din, din. It's like very cheesy, like early 2000s, like um pop rock that you'd hear in like a fucking Pokemon intro or something. Um,
And I also love that they bring back the Go Power Rangers, but
yeah,
they put it in a new context and shift it, up a key, and then they do it's like, okay, cool. So you're using it, but you're not just replaying it.
they almost use it in closer to the tone of like the chanting from the beginning, the Power Rangers, and it's like go Power Rangers, like a little deeper register. Um,
Mm.
it's funny because there is like a sliding scale of the Go Power Rangers. You got like this is like probably the deepest it goes. Then you have something more like the classical, like Go Power Rangers, and then you've got the fucking 1995 movie Go Power Rangers. Um, but yeah, so again, I've been bitching and complaining that the past 4 seasons, Samurai, Super Samurai, Megaforce, Super Megaforce 5, if you include the 2010 remaster that they did, has all just
Oh yeah.
been Go Power Rangers with minor variations. This is a new theme song that incorporates Go Power Rangers in it. Again,
Yeah, they just slip it in like twice.
yeah,
And
closer to like Power Rangers Zeo, which I think is a good gold standard for if you're
it's
going.
Zeo and Turbo. I also really like the way Turbo does it.
They just have the melody, the din 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 in there, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's still good. The Turbo theme song was definitely better than the show.
Yes.
um, but yeah, so this marks what I believe is the record for the most number of Rangers in a season at 10.
I
Um,
think so.
now again, Power Rangers had
Seeing a
Will as
line of 10
Wolfman.
Rangers outside of a crossover is wild.
Hasbro, if you're listening, if you do ever adapt the fucking Constellation Sentai, there will be 12. There will be a new record. But as of right now, yeah. Now, the colors get a little wacky because there's so many. So, the first 5 are your extremely classic. Well, we don't have a Yellow Ranger. That's the weird thing about this season is that we have 10 Rangers and not one of them is yellow. So now this
Yeah,
is the
that's a bit
first
odd.
time we've broken the we need to have bare minimum red, blue, yellow as Rangers. Now it's just
Oh
we need to have
yeah.
bare minimum red and blue.
Yep. That's
Red
fine.
and blue are the only colors that have been in every single season now.
Huh.
Um, so we've got red, blue, black, green, pink, gold is the sixth ranger. Then
Hmm.
we get into uh, purple, graphite,
Graphite.
cyan.
Graphite was fucking wild, but I was like, wait a minute.
Graphite, yeah. Well, because like, okay, I should note, I'm not sure if I'm using the American or the Japanese terms anymore because the way the Japanese call them is different. So like, I think the Aqua Ranger is what they call it in American, but it's called the Cyan Ranger, or they pronounce it Cyan Ranger in Japanese. Also, the Cyan Ranger is an American man who moved to Japan and learned Japanese. So he is a Japanese citizen in the Sentai,
Hmm.
but he's a white guy. So um, that was neat. I thought that was pretty fun. And then uh, what do they call the 10th one? He's like a navy blue, but what the fuck is he? The Wing Ranger or some shit? Like,
Yeah, hang on. Wait, no, I gotta double check. Dino Charge Rangers.
because his
They
name is
were.
Dino Wing.
Yeah, I think so. It might have just been Silver, unless we've already covered Silver.
Was he
I think
silver?
it was.
I thought he was like, or am I
We've got
thinking of red,
red,
blue,
black, blue,
gold
green,
one?
pink, gold, aqua.
Yes,
Did we say aqua?
yes.
Uh,
I was just.
Graphite, purple,
Were you
and
not listening
silver.
to
Yeah.
me? Were you not listening
I
to me?
sometimes I sometimes miss a word here and there,
A word.
but
I
we're
was going on
good.
the whole thing about how in Japanese he was the Aqua Ranger and he was a white guy, or he was
Oh,
the
okay.
Cyan
I don't
Ranger.
know. For some reason, I missed the word aqua in there.
Yeah,
But
because I was like, he's cyan in Japanese and
I
he's white.
was I was double checking the name of the 11th Ranger that does not actually show up in this season, but would technically belong to this type of Ranger. Um, but anyway, yes, Silver is the 10th Ranger,
Okay.
and there's also the Dino Charge Dark Ranger who does not appear in this season.
Yeah,
So
okay. Here's the thing. Let's talk about that real quick. They just called him the Dark Ranger, which like first of all, sure, that's a cool name, but if you're going to use it, it should be for a character that actually has a dark color scheme, like the Phantom Ranger. If you called him the Dark Ranger, I would believe that. Um,
yeah,
but but the other thing is that it already
maybe
had a
this is the
name.
suit you were thinking of.
I think so. Yes, it already had
Okay.
another name. It was the Talon Ranger, and I think that fits better. Um,
Hmm.
Personally, uh, they didn't need to change it. They did. Fucking whatever. Um, but yeah. So this team has a caveman.
This
This
team has a fucking caveman.
Kodo. We'll talk more about him when we start doing the character
I
breakdowns. But I just want to point out
fucking love Coda.
this team does a lot of really cool stuff. We've got a caveman. We've got the bird alien. We've got
Yeah, we have a knight.
we have a father and son duo. For all they fucking do with that. Uh,
It's cool
we
though.
yeah, our one of our two mentors becomes a ranger, which is always
Hmm.
fun. And
Yeah.
like a previous mentor is a purple ranger, um,
Yes.
so that's fun. Got a little bit of stuff with
The
RJ there.
previous.
Um,
Oh yeah. Fuck. I forgot about RJ. I forgot. I didn't forget about RJ, but I was like purple. And it's like because my brain like forgot that the Wolf Ranger is very purple.
yeah, um, and we've got our other mentor is like ET, fucking like Kung Fu ET, basically. What was
Yes.
the other thing I was going to say? Oh, we've got
The
the
knight.
first. The Night School, sure. We've got the first Black Pink Ranger.
Yes.
Another diversity milestone for Power Rangers. Um,
Yeah.
and I really like Shelby. We'll talk more about her, but
Hmm.
the general plot. Okay, Let's get this out of the way real quick. This is another different dimension. I believe this is the third dimension that the series introduces because the first one is the main Earth, then the second one was
Yeah,
RPM,
right.
and then this one is its own dimension because spoiler
Hmm.
alert, they bring back the dinosaurs, and so that just can't jive with the rest of our typical reality, so it has to be its own dimension.
Hmm.
But the story is basically that there's this dude named Keeper who has these power source crystals called the Inner Gems, and there's a bounty hunter named Sledge. Who Sledge is a great fucking villain. Um,
It's also a great name because that is the only name from this era of Power Rangers that I remember, and it's partly because the season's a lot of fun and the villain's a little bit more memorable, but it's also just a cool name. Sledge is just a fun. It's short. It's impactful. I love it.
Sledge's aesthetic. First of all, he sounds like a character right out of Borderlands, and his aesthetic is very Borderlands. He's got like rusty, shitty ship that feels like it's out of Aliens.
Hmm.
He's got like he's got like kind of crude armor. His jetpack looks like it could explode his back at any point. Like it's so rickety, and I love it. And like it clearly runs on like 10 gallons of jet fuel for one flight. Like it's the most eco unfriendly thing. Uh, he's just a bruiser. He is the blue collar villain of Power Rangers because he's like, yeah, I'm a bounty hunter. Not only am I capturing a literal prison's worth of rogue aliens to turn in their bounties, but I'm also collecting space rocks to like get the minerals in the asteroids, which is basically the spacer equivalent of like gathering glass bottles to take to the recycling center. Um, and
Yeah.
and so he's just got this ship with an energy net full of asteroids that's trailed behind it. And then he's also like, let's also grab the energems and sell them and we'll just make crazy bank in one trip to the bounty center. And he's got a fiance named Poisandra and she's like, can we get married? He's like, sure, but only after we strike it rich. Um, so he's like, basically, we'll do this one last job, sweet thing, and then we're going to get hitched. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, it's a bomb, as they say in like every recap. Yeah, because they think they swiped the energems from Keeper, but instead he duped them. Um, the main general that Sledge has is a guy named Fury, and he takes up a container, and it's a bomb, and it explodes. So meanwhile, Keeper is like, hey, the strongest life forms on Earth at the moment, these noble warriors, these dinosaurs, I'm going to turn them into Power Rangers. I think was the intent. Can you imagine if a T-Rex was actually a Power Ranger and not just a guy dressed like a T-Rex? Um, but
Be pretty
yeah,
fucking intimidating.
it would. We need to see that in the Boom Studios comics. Maybe we have. I haven't been paying attention. But uh, the yeah, he bonds the energems with all these dinosaurs, but then because the bomb goes off, they lose all the asteroids that they had been hauling, and thus the asteroid that destroys the dinosaurs. Um, that all thing happens. The dinosaurs all die. So instead, the energems wind up carrying like the will and the power of the dinosaurs within them. Um, and so now they become dinosaur themed MacGuffins. And uh, the Sledge ship just like fucking drifts off into space for a while, and like I guess he never like fully leaves Earth's orbit. Otherwise, he would have lost that shit long ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's just floating in space, unable to do anything, completely ineffectual for the next like 100,000 years. Um, it must have been miserable living up there, refusing to marry your chick, uh, having your only company be your incompetent crewmates and a bunch of prisoners.
Hmm.
Um, then eventually, I guess they get the means to finally like get close enough to beam people back down to the planet because
Yeah.
uh, Fury winds up doing some scouting runs on Earth. he he meets a knight, absorbs him into his body, has a few tussles with the new Aqua Ranger. Like shit happens, but
Hmm.
we'll hit them all individually. So let's start with Tyler. Um,
I love this guy.
Tyler's great. He's just a real joy. Real like he manages to be extremely fun-loving and peppy and energetic and full of wonder without feeling like they wrote him to be a child played by a 30-year-old man or something. Um,
Yeah.
he just feels like a young adult who hasn't lost his verve and his lust for
Yeah,
life.
this actor is delightful. He's so good at playing it exactly like that.
Brendan
Um,
Mahon has a YouTube channel where he still talks about Power Rangers.
yeah, I love
Uh,
his YouTube channel. I've seen a few of his things, and it's like it's just fun to hear him talk about stuff.
Yeah, there is a really. Oh, you brought it up. You were talking about how his morphing sequence. He tried to do it with a kid, but it's
Yes,
convoluted.
yes. This
Um,
morphing sequence is so fucking long.
okay, let's talk about the general aesthetic real quick. The morphing sequence is way too much. I don't like it. They're like
It's
Dino
it's like
Charger,
it's like
Freddy.
12 seconds before they even start the morphing animation.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't like the morphing sequence because for one, it goes on way too long. They have a morph suit on that starts black then turns white. Um, and then the way they actually get their Power Rangers costume is a big dinosaur head makes it an extremely over the top cartoonish chomp sound effect. It does that.
Yeah.
And it sounds lame as hell. It does not evoke
It,
power being infused into them. It evokes Saturday morning cartoon.
yeah,
Um,
this is not the first time that a morpher has been an obnoxiously large, like, toy-looking thing, but these are all definitely obnoxiously large toy-looking things.
I will give it at least a pass that it is also their sidearm. It's a gun. Their morpher
Yes,
is a gun.
that's true.
And at least it has another use outside of just being the morpher. So I can kind of forgive how bulky and gaudy it is as a result. Um, but it is like where are you really storing those things when you're not morphed? Um, yeah, I guess you gotta have a concealed carry permit or some shit because like damn. All right. The outfits. I've heard people say, well, people, okay, Linkara mostly. I've heard him say he doesn't like the outfits. I kind of like them though.
I think they're fun. They're nice.
There's like what appears to be a sash or a bandolier pattern on him, but it's also teeth. Um, they have an asymmetrical design. I think they have like one shoulder pad or something.
Yeah.
Um, their helmets, their helmets are
Big
similar to
mouths.
the Yeah, similar to the old Mighty Morphin helmets, they're based on different dinosaurs, but the mouth is so huge. It basically makes a faceplate visor similar to Lightspeed Rescue.
Yeah.
It's a unique design. Um, I like it for that. I Are they my favorites? No, but they do the job well, and I like them.
They're
Um,
charming. They stand out. It's fun. I like them.
the Zords. The Zords are cool. I like the
I'm
Megazord.
just realizing that the Gold Ranger is the only one who has two shoulder pads.
Yes, he also has a cape.
Yes!
They brought the cape back. Woo! Um, Also, again, his morpher is also a sidearm. It's a little wrist-mounted crossbow. He pulls
Yeah,
back
that's
his
really
head
cool.
and shoots little shots at the enemy. It's so silly. I love it.
Hmm.
It's like a Nerf thing that you would get, like shooting little plastic darts or something. But Tyler. To finish what I was saying with the Megazord, they mainly just have Megazords made of three pieces and they swap out the arms.
Hmm.
They're pretty cool. I prefer when the Megazords are made of all five Rangers, because it makes the other Rangers feel superfluous when they're just like,
Yeah.
hey, swap me in for a different arm.
Yeah.
Uh, not a big fan of that, but I think the overall design is cool. I like the fact that it screams. Uh, the Megazord does. I mean, it screams. There's no getting around it. It has a face.
Hmm.
It's an animated face. It roars. Um, but it's not like a dinosaur face for it to roar. It's just a humanoid face. So I just imagine it being like, ah! Um, okay. So Tyler's whole deal is that he lost his dad like 10 years ago. And so he's been just traveling around nomadic style, road trip boy, going around, exploring caves, spelunking randomly. We see him first visiting, what's this place called? Amber Beach?
I think so, yes.
The dinosaur museum. And
Hmm.
he's taking notes and he's trying to follow the trail of his dad. Um, let's just get his dad shit out of the way real quick. So I don't even remember his dad's name. Um,
No, I don't remember.
they don't give you his name the first time he appears. He's just Tyler's dad, and then they randomly slip in his name like 10 episodes later or something. But it's
Hmm.
like Ethan or some shit. I don't fucking know. But he okay. His deal is he found the Aqua Energem and Fury attacked him, and he realized, oh, I'm going to be hunted as long as I have this power. So I
Hmm.
should just ghost my family. I should just not go home. I have a friend who I could send him to let my family know what's happening, but I won't. And that's it. That's the end.
Yep.
So he's just been off doing random Power Rangers hit and run shit, and avoiding being a father. Um, he also so the Energems have this property where once they bond with you, you stop aging. So
Hmm.
now there's an awkward thing where when we first see him, he's like, "It's me, Tyler. I'm your dad," and he's like the same age.
Yeah.
Just like, are you? Yeah. So Tyler, I feel like there's not a lot to say about him. He doesn't have like a crazy character arc. I will say he has a romance with Shelby, which is very nice. They still don't let them fucking kiss. Uh, we're so strapped for kisses in Power Rangers. I think literally the last time we got a kiss in the entirety of the franchise was in season one Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Huh. I,
It was still
I,
Green
what?
Ranger and Tommy kissing Kimberly.
I, that doesn't feel right, but I can't think of any other
The only
ones.
other thing even close is that apparently there's some cheek kisses from what's their fucking yellow and white ranger from Ninja Storm.
Yellow Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel,
Um.
sorry. They're the couple.
Okay. Yeah.
Alvin?
Did they not have anything with Jen and Wes, or Jen and
No.
the one that's not Wes that
No,
looks the
the,
same
the
as
entire
Wes?
the entire problem with the finale of Time Force is there was clearly a moment where they were supposed to kiss and then leave, and then they just don't. They just part.
Huh.
Um, and no, like I don't think she kisses Alex either, which is insane
That
because they
was
got
Alex. Slipped
engaged.
my mind.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's why I thought that I for sure had a memory of them kissing, because they're engaged at the
I think
beginning.
I think the most she did was like when he proposed, she hugged him and maybe kissed him on the cheek again. But
Maybe.
like Power Rangers is so fucking chaste, and they need to be more horny.
Yeah, especially as we keep bringing up, because like the whole thing has those kind of vague undertones to it with
Yes,
the skin tight suits and everything.
and the extremely attractive actors that they keep
Yes.
hiring.
Hmm.
So like,
Getting increasingly so as the seasons evolve here, which I can't remember if I mentioned this before, or if I meant to bring this up in one of the episodes going forward, but that it's like they've always picked like generally attractive people to play these roles, but it does feel like somewhere around here and like the previous and maybe going forward that it's like they're picking more and more like these are clearly models who also happen to know martial arts type
this is
castings.
This is a good looking cast.
Yeah. This
Uh,
and going forward, these are magazine models. These aren't just actors. I'm
yeah.
like when I go back to Dino Thunder, I'm like, you are all good looking people, but you are clearly like chosen for like they're not like I don't expect to see them in like magazine models. I don't know how to describe this, but it's not
They're
like
chosen for their acting and their martial prowess over their looks, but then at a certain turning point, it starts being more about the looks than the other stuff.
yeah, and I like didn't want to like say that because that implies that these are all bad actors, and I'm like
No, no,
most of these
no.
people do really good in their role.
See,
So
sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Last season, we had
yeah,
Troy, who his actor was clearly cast purely for his appearance
for the look,
because
yeah,
that man had zero acting ability. By the way, have you
that is
gone
true.
back? Are you ready to join the church of Troy is a worse actor than Jaden?
Yeah, yeah. I went and double checked a few things and compared a few things, and it was definitely that I was so stunned by the lack of acting with going into Samurai that it like stuck out as a really prominent memory to me that he was a bad actor.
Yeah.
And so then it didn't register as like going from Samurai to Megaforce is like, yeah, another bad actor. But like when I really compare them, I'm like, oh, it's bad.
Yeah. It's again not saying Jaden is a good actor. Far from it. I rewatched a clip from episode one recently where he's like, "And if they do come, then they'll get a taste of my spin sword." And I'm just like,
Yeah.
why are you
Yep.
saying it like you're about to start a porno or something? What the fuck was that? Like, hey, maybe you want to ride on my spin sword? Um, but no, it's still better than fucking. And if we all team up, we can do anything. It's like, hey man, are you awake? Like,
hmm
you take Xanax right before we started filming. Um, all right, so Tyler's cool. We already went over his dad, so we don't need to go over him again. Coda, the caveman, he is a literal like Neanderthal who he had a little brother and he was attacked by a saber-toothed tiger while he was fucking around in a cave one day, and he happened to find the blue energem and he got knocked off, and I guess it's assumed that his brother just got eaten or some shit. Well, we don't know. Maybe he lived a full life. Doesn't matter because that was like thousands and millions of years ago.
Yeah.
So Coda literally got frozen in a block of ice like it is a fucking Scooby Doo character.
Yep.
Um, not that it would matter because again, he's effectively immortal as long as he doesn't get murdered.
hmm
Um, because again, the energems stop you from aging. So he was preserved and kept alive in this block of ice thanks to the energem power, and just he's a caveman in the modern day. Every once in a while, a TV turns on, he's like, "Huh!" and like smacks it with a big bone or
Yep.
something. But like
He
he
makes me
he lear-
happy. I love Coda.
he learns to dress really well. There is a thing that they started doing around this era where I guess their thing was True Blue or whatever, right?
hmm
They would have the Blue Rangers be like the most deserving Rangers of the lot. It was the same thing in the 2017 movie where Billy was the first one to morph.
Hmm.
Um, Here, Coda is uh, he's the second recruit, I believe, for the team. I think Chase was the first, but there's instances where Coda is like the last man standing kind of deal because he is like the best one. He just got this super pure heart. He's untainted by the bullshit of modern society. It's great. Love him. Um,
hmm
he winds up becoming like a spiritual guide for Prince Philip. Like his Philip starts off as an asshole. Yeah, I guess we can talk about him right now, the Graphite Ranger. He starts off as an asshole who
hmm
just wants the energems that belong to his people because of his vaguely European culture or whatever.
Yep.
And Xandar, uh, and he gets saved by Coda and learns like, hey, these people are real heroes. Coda especially is really cool. So when later on so the Stone of Xandar is the gold energem, which he lets Sir Ivan keep. Um, But later on, he independently finds the graphite energem and is like, cool, I want to be a Power Ranger like them. And he even does the unleash the power, energize. Like, it's the
Yep.
fucking Spider-Man one. Go, Web, go.
Go web go.
Shazam. Um,
Yeah, I had kind of forgotten that we have this dignitary as well as
yeah.
a knight.
He, uh, and then he like has a whole episode where he tries to like spend money and like he's doing legitimate good, right? He's doing
Yeah, but
philanthropy and
he's
helping
doing it for the
people.
wrong reason.
He's doing it to try and get the Energem to accept him, and so there is
Right.
still that selfish undertone. And it isn't until later on, like a monster attack is happening and a little girl is about to be fucking murdered, and he goes, "Fuck the Energem," and he just he just puts his body on the line and protects her with his body. Then the Energem's like, "Okay, now you're worth it." Because like even if he was doing a good thing with money, it's not like he was willing to sacrifice anything because he has so much money that he
Yeah.
can just afford to toss it all down a hole. Like
Hmm.
it's not a bother for him. So it was an incredibly safe move. It
Yeah.
wasn't just that there was a selfish undertone; it's that he wasn't risking anything. In this moment, he risked everything, and it paid off. Um,
Hmm.
so I like Philip. Cool arc. He shows up extremely scarcely, which makes sense. He's a fucking like leader of a country, so you know. Um, okay. Chase. Let's talk about him since I brought him up too. I believe he is the first recruit. He is one of the only people that they let be unabashedly New Zealand. He's got a fucking Kiwi on his
Yes,
skateboard.
they
Um,
finally let someone have their New Zealand accent.
they have an entire episode where they have to go to New Zealand and they just let a bunch of the actors have their New Zealand accents in that episode. He's like, I'll show you around, and it looks the fucking same because they were already filming in New Zealand.
Right.
Um, uh, but he's pretty neat. He's a sharpshooter. Uh, he also they let him actually have a really good character arc because they
Hmm.
let him be an asshole at the start. He's like
Yeah.
grossly flirting with Shelby and being a chauvinist and just a real bastard man, and he's got an ego, and he's just a
Yeah,
real
and he's also just kind of dismissive. Like there's the one where like she likes a band, I think, and he's like kind of making fun of her for liking that
yeah,
band and stuff like that.
yeah.
And it's like, don't be rude.
And it's like by the end of that episode, he learns to like not only accept that other people have different interests than him, but maybe if he gives them a try, he might like them too. Because he listens to that band, and he's like, no, I never actually listened to their music before. They're actually not bad.
Hmm.
So it's a lesson of open mindedness, and he gets better as the series goes on, and he's great. I love Chase. He is up there with like Xander in terms of like standout New Zealand performances. Um,
Hmm.
it's really good. Riley, his whole thing is that he's just a real smart boy. He's just he's one smart cookie, but he likes fencing. He lived on a ranch, again, like fucking Emily or whatever, and they're like, now, see here, son, you gotta be better at milking them cows and shit. You gotta stop fucking doing your fancy pants sword play in the barn. But well, okay, what's a really cool thing is that so all of their morphers up until that point were shown to be guns, but the Energem manifests the weapons, right? So
Hmm.
okay, there's a thing in Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, I'm making it about Kingdom Hearts again, where the Keyblade, the Keyblade that they have, they summon it. They can make it disappear. It vanishes into thin air, and whenever they need it, it just pops in their hand, ready for them to fight with. It essentially exists in like hammer space for them, right? But
Hmm.
every once in a while we'll see a character holding something and then that thing turns into the Keyblade. So Roxas, especially, when he loses his memory and forgets he can wield a Keyblade and all that, he picks up a stick and is just sort of swinging it around. And then when it's not doing anything, it just suddenly transforms into the Keyblade for him. And
Hmm.
it's cool. And they do a similar thing here, which is why I brought it up, where Riley is like his fucking dog is going to get murdered by Fury, and
Hmm.
risks his life fighting this giant monster to save his dog. And he just grabs a random pipe he found lying around and is swinging it at Fury and trying to use his fencing skills. And obviously it's not working, and it gets
Hmm.
deflected and gets jammed in a rock. But that rock happened to have the green energem in it. So as he tries to sword in the stone, pull the pipe out of the rock, the green energem energy leaks through the rock into the pipe and turns it into his sword, which
Cool.
is really cool. The swords also have a slot where you can input the little energem, the Dino charging, the batteries that are the gimmick of the
Yes.
scene. Um, so that's neat. So he actually morphs with his sword, I believe. I like that.
Hmm.
But other than that, he's fine. I think his main thing is that he, similar to Chase, he's actually got an ego problem. What's really neat, there's an episode which has their clashing personalities, but both are based around their egos.
Hmm.
Where we've seen Chase be an egotistical dickhead before, but with Riley, it's because he's so convinced that he's smarter than Chase. And there's an episode where they're trying to find something. They're probably trying to find an energem or some shit, right? Or I think they're
Hmm.
trying to find a Zord in that one. But Chase just grabs his skateboard and he fucks off in the complete other direction from the rest of them. And Riley gets so mad. He's like, why can't he just listen and follow the rest of us? We know what we're talking about. We know better than him. And Keeper actually has a really cool mentor moment where he takes a couple of like tennis balls and he's like, uh, you prefer the direct route. And he throws a tennis ball into the garbage can. He's like,
Hmm.
but is it not possible that even though Chase is going in a different path, and then he like throws the other tennis ball against the wall and it bounces off the lamp and it bounces off an overhead light, it bounces off a statue, and then it lands in the garbage can. He's like, he's still going to arrive at the same destination. And Riley's like, oh, wait, you mean that there might be like a method behind his madness? Huh, I didn't consider that. And sure enough, Chase was skateboarding around the city because he was trying. He's like, all the others are looking in one place. Why would I look in the same place as all of them? I'm going to look in different places because we haven't found this thing yet. So maybe if I just search around and oh, there it is, I found it. So it's neat. I don't think Riley is my favorite. He's definitely not a standout Green Ranger, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
he's cool. Um,
This
Shelby,
this isn't the sleeper hit Green Ranger season.
no, no, unfortunately not.
He's fun though.
Shelby is great. I love her. I'm really glad that our first Blackpink Ranger is a delight because her whole thing is she's a waitress at this combination. The museum has a restaurant, and you
Hmm.
would think it might be like a tiny little snack bar, but no, it seems like the restaurant is its own legit, like full fledged business that just also happens to be attached to a museum. Very
Yeah, it's
bizarre.
cool.
It's very
I've
bizarre.
seen I've seen that before. It's pretty cool.
I guess like Rainforest Cafe or some shit if you consider it like a dinner and a
that
show. I
that
just
would
don't
be a good
normally
example.
consider
Yeah.
I just don't normally consider the show portion to be a fucking museum. But I guess it works. They haven't lost business. They're able to afford a big fucking underground center, so like sure, why not?
Yeah.
Um, Shelby's a waitress at this restaurant, and okay, we need to talk about Kendall Morgan real quick. I love her, but okay, it's presented as classism, but it almost feels like racism. Power Rangers gets really close to touching on racism, uh, which would be fantastic. They don't really, because what she keeps saying is, "What would you know? You're a waitress," and it's just like it's the way she's talking down to her feels like something more sinister sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, because for those of you who don't live on Earth, uh, there's a stereotype about black people that they're not that bright,
Hmm.
and there are people that really live and die based on that thought and cannot accept the idea that a black person might have good ideas. So when Shelby is like, "I'm actually a dinosaur expert. I could really be a valuable asset to," Kendall's just like, "No, you're a waitress." Asterisk and therefore you can't know anything. And even though you're clearly exhibiting expert knowledge to me, I'm going to ignore that because of my worldview that I can't allow to be permeated. She does again. You know what? You know why this season's good?
Hmm.
They let some of their main characters be kind of bad people and then get better,
Yeah.
which is better than the incredibly bland and milquetoast shit that we got from fucking what was it, Super Shit Force. So
Yeah, that was the title. I remember that.
yeah, it's real. Check the wiki.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were brave enough to do that, it like is a huge asset. You know why the new live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, like, well, one of the reasons why it falls flat. Um,
They took out Sokka's misogyny arc.
yes, exactly.
That was
Sokka
my
was
biggest
more.
complaint. I actually very recently watched it, and I was like, for the most part, I had a good time. But my like primary complaint was like, you took out like an important character arc that was kind of meaningful to watch.
Yeah,
And
it's extremely important. Episode 4 is one of the most memorable episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, despite it being early on, because Sokka has to challenge an extremely um, salient and presentable in day to day life problem with himself that
hmm
he thought lesser of women. And clearly, this is a water tribe problem because we find out that the northern tribe has similar issues of misogyny in that they only allow women to be healers, they don't allow them to be combatants. Now, granted, you might say it's just gender roles because they also
hmm
don't let men be healers, but what the fuck? Because that's a problem for both sides. Because wouldn't you like to have a few more combat medics?
hmm
Maybe a guy could be a really good healer. This is exactly why they don't let men win court
Yeah,
cases for
it's
custody of their children, despite some of the mothers being terrible. Sorry, I'm talking about
yep.
real world shit now, but the point stands is when
It's
you get
amazing how quickly we transition into that.
uh, when you get to believing gender roles as like they're real, that they're biologically innate to us. It's like
hmm
that you cannot escape. This is a true fact. This is gospel. This is
hmm
etched in stone. No, we made that shit up.
Yep.
And look, I'm not going to act like there are not biological differences between men and women that do exist. There is things like muscle mass, bone density, shit like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so when you're looking at like a primal civilization, it makes sense how these gender roles evolved.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like
But at some point we
you
got to
don't
let that
need
shit
them
go.
now.
Yeah, at some point you got to let that shit go.
Yeah.
Um, and how do we get here? What, we were
Miss
talking about
Morgan
Shelby.
starts out being an asshole, and then
Oh yeah, yeah, because they let her be a bad person, and then I compared it to Saga. Right.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
Um,
she kind of learns to open up and is kinder and warmer throughout the season.
yeah.
Um,
By the end of season 1, they actually let her become a Power Ranger because she becomes a good enough person for it, and she learns to accept Shelby more, and it's really cool. We need to
yep.
talk about the Plesiozord real quick. It's a spaceship.
Yes.
Like the Purple Ranger has a space theme to her in this, and I don't understand why. Plesiozord, you would think water.
Yeah. I would
Nope,
have. I really would have thought.
nope. It turns into a rocket ship and then turns into a spacefaring Megazord. Okay, I mean that's cool, but why? I guess it's the same reason that the Whale Zord is an airship in
Hmm.
RPM.
Sure. Yeah. True. Um,
Which even Ziggy asks why a whale, and Dr. K is just basically like, because shut up.
because shut up is how Dr. K ends a whole lot of interactions in that season. Um, yeah. Also on the topic of Miss Morgan, something about the combination of the actress's looks and the character in general. At least by the end of the season, I'm like, this is a
She's
top
really hot.
tier. This is a top tier hot Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Um, and also like especially because like you have to keep in mind I'm engaged to a teacher, and it's like
Um,
the position of authority
it's
brainy
the
character who's
it's
also
the
real hot.
glasses, hair bun, pencil skirt. Something
Yeah.
about it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it works.
hmm
Um,
This was, by the way, this was why. I don't remember which episode this was, but I at the beginning of one of our episodes, I was like, I'm watching like new seasons, and I've just discovered who I think might be one of the hottest Power Rangers, and
Oh, this is it.
it
You've
was
been
because it
waiting
was
for this.
this.
Okay, I was waiting for this because, like, yeah, you said before you were like, oh, Hot's Power Rangers coming up, and I think my guess was Gia, and
I
apparently
think
you
that
don't
is
even
correct.
find her
Yeah,
attractive at all.
yeah. I was
But
just like, yeah, she's fine. She's whatever.
they, but Kendall though,
It's Kendall Morgan.
yeah, I don't blame you. Like shit, there were times like okay, you know the effect that Miss Fairweather had on Joel, like. I never
Yeah.
really bought it. Something about her, I'm like, sure, she's fine, I guess. But then I'm like, Joel, you fucking simp. But then Kendall shows up, and I'm like, hi, Miss
I
Morgan.
I will tell you, this is one of the few times that I went and had to look up like the actress and look up like other pictures of the actress to be like, is she actually this hot, or did they do some magic in the show? Like one of those reactions.
Yeah, no, I get you. I don't blame you. This is what I'm
Yep.
saying. Like, this is an attractive cast. Shelby
This
is
is a
very
very
attractive.
attractive. Honestly,
Tyler,
all of these people are quite attractive people.
yeah,
These are all really good-looking people.
yeah. Like the closest you get to like an average looking person on the team is like Chase.
Yeah,
And even then, like, I mean, the guy's got a jawline. Like,
but yeah, like Tyler shows up on screen that first episode, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you you and your boyish charm.
yeah. He's
Like,
got like the dimple chin and everything, and when he
yeah.
smiles, I'm just like, oh, Tyler, you son of a bitch. Um, okay, who? Okay, Ivan. Ivan is
Ivan.
he's very fun. Wait. Sorry, backing up. I don't want to skip over Albert. We got to give Albert his due.
Which one was Albert?
He was the Purple Ranger.
Yes. Okay. Yes. He was a lot of fun.
He
I
was a
liked that.
random New Zealander that just happened upon the Energem when going on like a mountain hike one day, and he's just been like getting general crooks and robbers out
Yeah,
of
he's
Power
been
Rangers.
Spider-Manning. He's just been
Yeah,
like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go do some stuff and help
he's
some
just like a
people
short.
aimlessly.
He's just a short, hairy, fat old guy with an eye patch, which the eye patch is fake, by the way. He's got both eyes, but it makes him look more interesting. And he's like a cryptid hunter and stuff like that. He's a weird little guy. He could have easily been played by Jack Black. And
Yeah,
um,
he could have.
and it's really funny because the Power Rangers show up and they're like, "We need your help to save the world." He's like, "Whoa, hold up! I've just been catching like jaywalkers and shit. Like I don't know about all that." There's actually a part where like they all line up to do their team morph, and he's like, "Dino Charger, ready," and the rest are like, "Ready," and he's like, ready, sure." They let him have an actual morph sequence. They bothered to pay to make a morph sequence that he uses once, which is very fun.
That
But
is
yeah,
fun.
after that fight, he's like, "Look, I did it. I helped you guys fight a monster. I proved I'm capable of it, and I'm not a complete coward. That being said, I don't plan on making a habit out of this. So here you go. Here's the Energem." Um,
Hmm.
they debond it with him and everything. He's like, look, I proved I have a brave heart and I can do this stuff if necessary, but it's not necessary. So, you guys have a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah, fair, understandable. Have a good day. Okay, now let's talk about Ivan. Probably the best thing to come from Ivan as a character. Um, because it's certainly not the bait and switch of him being Tyler's dad. That was annoying. Like, I do appreciate that Tyler actually bothered to think in the way a viewer thinks in the show. You know how characters in a show are deliberately extremely ignorant about shit, and they just
Hmm.
never seem to like fully catch on to what the viewer like in a zombie show. They'll be like, oh, they'll spend like a half hour looking at these shambling, obviously like falling apart people, and be like, "What's wrong with them?" It's like they're zombies. Clearly, they're. Do you not know what a fucking zombie is? Like, why do they never say like, "Oh, those are clearly zombies"? Like, I'm in a zombie horror. Like shit like that really annoys me. Sometimes it takes me out of it because I'm like, you should have this reaction by now. But Tyler is like, well, the writing trope would be that this being that's lodged inside Fury's chest is probably my dad, right? Dad? And then it's just some random dude he's never met. He's like, oh, you're not my dad. To which if I was Ivan, I would have been like, yeah, no shit, you're not my son. Like, who are you, strange person that assumed I was their dad? Like, but no, he takes it in stride. But Ivan shows up immediately, becomes the Gold Ranger, fucks some shit up, and is like, "No, I'm not joining you guys. Not interested." And he goes to make his own team full of random quote unquote heroes that
Yes,
he
I
finds around
fucking loved
the city.
this. This was so funny.
The crossing guard, which was directing traffic, he's like, "You're standing out here amidst these metal monstrosities that can run you down, and yet you are commanding them. You have a heart of iron, my good man. You must join me on a noble crusade." He's like, "Yeah, all right." The woman that beats back a mugger with her purse, he's like, "Wow, what a fierce and ferocious combatant she is. This wheelchair bound lady must join me." And like, a clown who is like pulling scarves out of his sleeve, or not a clown, but like a
Yeah, I think
magician.
it was a mime. Did he get a mime?
No,
No, it
he's
was a magician.
like
I remember. Okay,
top
yes, I
hat.
remember. It was
Yeah,
a magician. Yes.
like that you'd hire at a kid's birthday party. He's like, "You have such fantastic mystical abilities and a way to deceive the enemy. You are fantastic." And he gets these like complete losers and like faces down a monster, and obviously they run the first time the monsters like shoot lasers and shit. And it's just like, you know what? I appreciate that they like joined him though. Like they tried.
Hmm.
So gold star all around. Um, it was very funny because it was such like extremely epic. Like they had the da music playing. They had not only the slow mo line walk, but they had the like sped up camera, like it swiveled around and like they filmed it at like a Dutch angle. I was like, holy shit, this is so awesome for a bit.
Hmm.
It was a joke, but they made it like really cool. They had better cinematography for this joke team than they have for the actual Power Rangers team. It's so silly. Oh my god. Yeah, that was easily the thing that Ivan ever contributed. Not saying I hate the guy or anything. He's a knight.
Yeah,
His
I then continue to just love like the actor like doing his weird night shit all the time. Like he like ruins like an antique because he thinks it's a boxing thing. He's got like there's the one where he's got a nice coat and he just throws the coat down to help people walk over the mud. It's just because he like doesn't. He's like, yeah, whatever. Like he's fun. He's fun. The night stuff is great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Ivan's cool. I like him. Also, again, the fact that he has not only does he have a cape, his Megazord has a cape.
Hmm.
Which again, I'm not the biggest fan of when a singular Zord has its own Megazord mode. Um, but we got a Zord with a cape, so like, am I going to complain about it? Fuck no, that's awesome. It does a little pose and everything, like it's a fucking Mystic Force Ranger. I like it.
Hmm.
Um, okay, who have we not talked about? We talked about the five core ones. We talked about Ivan. We talked about Tyler's dad. We talked about Kendall. We talked about Okay, Zenowing. His whole
Annoying.
thing was that he got a dark side form because there's an 11th energem, which is a dark energem, and anyone it touches gains a dark personality. Which also brings us into talking about Heckle, um, but okay, Zenowing. The long and short, he got turned into a villain. He got better. There's really hardly anything to say about him. He's a big bird man. Um,
Hmm.
if anyone was bothered by Kruger's face getting smushed up into his Power Ranger helmet. Let's talk about the beak, the wings, the feathers, all of it, because like he just becomes a humanoid figure. I think we really have to take it more literally when they use the term morph. Remember, based on the idea of metamorphosis, they're literally supposed to be
Hmm.
transforming their bodies, not just
Hmm.
getting fancy suits around them. These are instances where it's like, yes, they clearly transformed into something different.
Yeah.
All right. And again, the only other time we really see like proper metamorphosis from a character is like Justin.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so Heckle, he winds up becoming the villain of Super, or rather, Dino Supercharge. I also appreciate that it wasn't just Super whatever. Again, they were like, well, if we
Yeah.
gotta put Super in there,
Let's put
Dino
it in the middle this
Charge,
time.
Dino Supercharge makes sense.
Hmm.
Um, uh, yeah, okay. His name is Heckle and Snide, so he's
Yeah.
clearly Jekyll and Hyde. Like, yes, we get it, but he
Yep.
he has an alternate personality which he can communicate through with a pocket watch because he looks like a very posh villain.
He's got a fun look. I love the character design here. This is great.
Is really good. I really love the way he looks, the way he acts. He is like just the right balance of controlled and unhinged at the same time. Because like there's a moment where he lets all the prisoners in Sledge's ship out after he takes over. Sledge is like dead for like all but one episode of season 2, by the way, and then he's just like, nah, I was actually fine. Don't worry about it. It's like okay, but yeah, he takes over Sledge's ship. He lets all the prisoners out. He's like, now you all will be fighting for me. But I am a man of honor. If anybody wants to leave, there's the door. And one prisoner's like, oh, okay. And as soon as he starts walking out, he literally just points over his own shoulder and blasts him into smithereens. And he's like, he would have been the first to betray us. And it's just like, okay, holy shit. He's crazy. I love him. Um, he does eventually wind up remembering that he was. Is the planet called like Sentai 6 or some shit?
uh, I don't remember.
Was that there's a series, I can't remember which one it is, but they use the word Sentai for a planet, I think, somewhere in Power Rangers. But the planet that Zenowing is from, it's actually the same planet that Heckle is from, I think. And uh, the Dark Energem just like fucked it over, like huge World War shit. He actually used to be a hero, but he's had his memories wiped since then. So
Hmm.
he now remembers that like his planet was destroyed. He thinks the same thing is coming for Earth. He has like an existential crisis, not an existential crisis. He has a nihilistic crisis where he
Hmm.
thinks we're all going to die. I'm going to get ice cream. Nothing matters, so I'm just going to enjoy the time I have left. You all
Hmm.
can fight trying to save the world if you want. It's not going to work, so I'm just going to chill out. And it's literally like he winds up saving a life, and it reminds him the value of human life, and so that's what gets him to try fighting again.
Hmm.
Really cool villain, really cool arc. Um, I just really appreciate him, and then the fact that he comes back in a later season, like you said, as the Talon Ranger. Um, but he did it undercover, acting like he was a villain again, and then like
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
he pulls the rug out from under them, and he transforms into a Power Ranger. It's like, oh, this is like some astronomer shit. This is great, love it. Um, so it's really good. Oh, and I'll also say for Dino Supercharge, Tyler gets I don't know what they call it. Is it a battleizer in this? Because it's not in Japan. Because it is a Japanese thing. So
Yeah,
okay, let's say this real quick. What is it? Kyu Ryuger, I think is what it's called.
I
Um,
think so.
is it has a weird samba influence. They literally do a samba dance every time they morph. Um, they it's like do 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 do, and then they shoot up in the air, and then the mouth comes down and chomps them, and then they morph. That's how they do it. Um,
Hmm.
but I think it's called carnival mode in Japanese. Like
Okay.
he gets like the tiny version of the T Rex Zord, fuses into him, becomes his chest plate. His sleeves get this like white and red diamond pattern. It's like he like confetti goes through the air. It's very Mardi Gras. It's very like uh Southern American slash like mid. East Midwestern European like influence,
Hmm.
like a festival. Like because again, they dance when they morph. They get like this pattern that's very evocative of like a party sort of thing. So yeah, I think it's called Carnival Mode or some shit like that. I don't know what they call it in the American version. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
but um, it's neat. I like it. I think it is just the right amount of goofy. Look, I've gone on record as saying I don't like the way a lot of Battleizers look because they look too fucking goofy for me. Um,
Hmm.
and part of the reason is because they were clearly American-made things where they were just trying to strap huge, giant fucking slabs of armor onto their already existing costumes, and it doesn't always look
Yes.
like it fit because it
Hmm.
wasn't designed to fit. It was added on. So this is something where the design smoothly transitions because it's actually from the Japanese footage. It's real
Okay.
good. I like it. Okay. Is there like I feel like we've said so much already.
It's a good time.
It is. The ending is fucking insane though because it's like okay, they what even happens? Okay, Sledge comes back. Uh, I think
Mm.
they kill Sledge. Oh, a black hole opens up and destroys the Earth.
Mm. Yep. Yeah, that is
And
correct.
and Sledge gets sucked up into that, and we're led to assume that Sledge dies, but apparently he survives. He goes through a wormhole and comes
Yeah.
out in another dimension. Uh, what is it, Ninja Steel?
Yes.
Okay, he comes out in Ninja Steel, but the rest of the Earth didn't come out in Ninja Steel, so I guess they're dead.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
dark. Because even if you're like, well, they go back in time, it's like, okay, but given the existence of the previous timeline's iteration of Sledge, that implies that like they didn't just undo those deaths; they just made a new
Yeah.
timeline.
Everyone died.
Yeah. So in that timeline, everyone died.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah. Rip. So yeah, they then use the all 10 energems combined to go back in time. They kill Sledge again. Well, for the first time, really,
Yeah.
and and they do it in the past, like when the show starts, when the dinosaurs were getting bonded with the energems. That's when they go
Mhm.
back and they fight Sledge in the rematch. Actually, I guess this is a version of Sledge that never got the "it's a bomb" shit. And well, actually, he does get
Hmm.
bombed again. This time
Yes, he
to
does.
death.
Yes.
Uh, um, which is really funny. Great callback. But
Hmm.
um, uh, and then they fast forward to the future, and oops, because because this version of events, Sledge's ship never got bombed, and so it never let loose the asteroids on the planet Earth. The dinosaurs never died. Humans just evolved independently alongside of dinosaurs. So now the dinosaur museum is a dinosaur zoo.
Yes. Yeah.
What in the
That
Super Mario Brothers movie is happening?
that made me so happy. There's
Um,
dinosaurs in there now.
yeah. There's like, okay, there's times when the science side of my brain just can't quite let go for the Power Ranger side of my brain. There being oxygen on the moon is one of those things, but
Hmm.
also this is one of those other times where I'm just like, but the amount of effects that do they not know the snowballing butterfly effect? Because like the humans should be completely different now.
Yeah.
Like the way that we developed societally,
Hmm.
biologically, it should all be different. There are bacteria
Yes.
that exist in this world that never existed previously, and oh my god, it makes my head hurt just trying to even reconcile it.
Hmm.
So I try not to think about it, which is why I'm glad it's its own dimension. Because if they did that in canon in the next Power Rangers season had dinosaurs, I'd be like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Also, when when the show first started and it wasn't clear that this was in its own dimension, I was so excited at Sledge's ship having these asteroids and then they killed the dinosaurs and the energems being a thing because then I was like, are the dino gems connected to the energems? Because they are said to come from one of the asteroids that killed the dinosaurs.
Hmm.
So I thought that there was going to be strong crossover between this and Dino Thunder. There
Oh,
wasn't.
interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
I was going
Huh.
to be like, are the Dino Gems like a byproduct of the Energems power combining with, I don't know, the explosion or something and merging within the asteroid rock? No, they're just a different thing in a different universe.
Hmm.
Okay. But you could also look at it as they're parallel variants of each other. Like maybe the Energems and the Dino Gems are the same thing but formed differently. Well, okay, that's also not true because we see the formation of the Energems with the Morphomaster, so never mind. But my point is, it'd be neat. They didn't do it. Sucks.
Yep.
Um, okay. Uh, what else? What else? Who else do I want to talk about? Oh, I will say I really enjoy, again, we talked about how much we like Coda. There's also a meta reason for why he's so endearing. So Yoshi Sudarso, his actor,
Hmm.
actually ran like a Facebook fan page of Power Rangers. He was like the leader of a pretty sizable community of Power Rangers fans, and he always said it was his dream. It was him and his brother Peter's dream to be Power Rangers, and um, Yoshi got to be a blue Power Ranger, and then Peter Sudarso, his brother, first got to be a Red Ranger in Power Rangers Hyperforce, but then he also got to be a Blue Ranger in Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
Hmm.
So the two brothers are both Blue Rangers, and there is a crossover episode in Ninja Steel
I did not
where
know that. That's really cool.
where Coda and Marvin, no, what's his name? It is
I
Marvin. No,
forgot.
no, no. Marvin is the Red Ranger. What the
I,
fuck is?
I have forgotten.
God damn it! I can't. It's uh. God damn. It's a pun name. It's a pun on magic. I can't think of it.
Hmm.
Whatever. They both team up. They're like alone together in one episode. So it's like it's
Yeah.
really cool because they got the brothers both being Power Rangers at the same time. I love that. It's really good. Uh, all right. What else? Is there anything else to talk about with Dino Charge? Like,
Hmm.
I think Fury as an antagonist is really fun.
Yeah.
He gives me very much like classic Goldar vibes of like
Yeah, that's true.
he loses every time, but damn, he's a stubborn motherfucker and he will not stay
Hmm.
down. He doesn't even always get along with his own boss, but keeps coming back for the Power Rangers.
Hmm.
Um, Poisandra's fun. She's playable in Battle for the Grid, so that's neat. She they wind up getting another member of their crew specifically because she wants a playmate, and I think they just create this little like dude with like hat. He's like a little whimsical fellow with a hat. I can't remember his name. You know who I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Okay. And then they also have Wrench, who is just a
Yes.
robot dude that he sounds exactly like Babu. I swear.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, because it's like, oh yes, Empress Rita versus oh yes, Master Sledge.
Yep.
Um, again, Sledge was a great villain. I do not fault them for bringing him back repeatedly, because there's something very wonderful in his simplicity. He's just a dirty bounty hunter that's got pissed off by the Power Rangers one too many times, and now he's got a vendetta.
Hmm.
It's great. You don't always need more than that. Um, yeah, and again, Heckle is really good. Snide is incredibly underwhelming. I will
Yeah.
say I don't care for Snide as antagonist. He's just a mean guy that wants to hurt and break and kill and smash. And
Hmm.
wow, really, really creative there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
again, the coolest thing about him is that he pops up in a little pocket watch to yell at Heckle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there is also the neat twist that like they're not two halves of the same whole. Snide was created against Heckle's will, and he had his memory of that erased. So they went from being grumpy roommates who didn't really always like each other and had conflicting ideologies about how to handle a situation versus you are actively my enemy. You are a parasite within my own body. You need to die.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like that escalation. um, as for like any sort of themes or anything that this season has, I don't think it really has any other than be more open-minded towards people who are different than you. That goes for Kendall at Shelby. It goes for Chase at Shelby. It goes
Mm-hmm.
for most everyone who first meets Coda. Um,
Yeah, true.
it goes for Philip. It goes for
Coda's so
Ivy.
wholesome. The scene where they're all like, "We're gonna have to go," like, "Coda, you're gonna get sent back to your own time." It got me to cry.
It was very nice, yes. Because he was like, I'll never forget you. You know, you are the most wonderful friends. I'm just like, oh,
It's such a sweet scene, and he's such a great character.
yeah, I agree. Um, oh, sorry. Um, I got roommates right outside my door. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, barely.
Okay. Um, anyway, I'm about ready to wrap this up. How about you?
Sure.
Let's bust out the list, my friend.
All right. Currently, you have in first place RPM,
Mm,
followed by Time Force, SPD, Dino Thunder, In Space, Jungle Fury, Lost Galaxy, Ninja Storm, Zeo, Mighty Morphin, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Turbo, Samurai, Wild Force, Operation Overdrive, and Mega Force in last place.
damn. Okay. Can you start from after Dino Thunder again, slowly?
Yes, you've got Dino Thunder, then In Space,
Okay.
then Jungle Fury,
Jungle Fury. All right. Yeah, yeah. Next one.
Lost Galaxy,
Lost Galaxy. Hmm.
Ninja
Uh,
Storm's under that,
Ninja Storm. All right. And what's under Ninja Storm?
Zeo.
Okay. I think I like this more than Zio. Um, Ninja Storm. Let me see. I know you're a big Ninja Storm fan, clearly. I think I do still like Dino Charge more than Ninja Storm.
Okay.
What's above that?
Lost Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy. Okay. Trakina, but like the Lost Galaxy Rangers are a little. You got Leo and I and hmm.
It's
You know what?
this one's actually. I'm happy that we've reached this point where decisions are getting a little tricky again. You know.
Yeah, I think I am going to put this above Lost Galaxy.
All right. Then it's battling with Jungle Fury.
Oh fuck.
I know this
um.
one's rough. I'm so happy that this is a hard decision.
Oh man. Okay, I think it it's either going to fall just above or below Jungle Fury. I think because this is where I'm getting really contentious here.
It's getting tough, isn't it?
I think because the villain in Jungle Fury is Daishi slash Jared.
That's
He's
true.
really
Daishi is
good.
pretty compelling.
It's really good. I like the martial arts theme. I like the training montages that we get, learning different styles.
Lots of good acting. RJ's always a win.
I think a lot of the Power Rangers team I like more in Dino Charge. Um,
True.
mm, mm, I think Okay, I am gonna put Dino Charge above Jungle Fury.
All right,
And
what broke it?
it's Flit. Uh, I hate Flit. Sorry, Fly
Okay.
fans, but you know.
All right. So
Okay, so
then
what's above that?
in space.
Yes, I'm gonna call it there. I don't think it's
All
beating it.
right. All right. You've got Dino Charge in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place.
That's pretty good. That's higher than
It's
I was
higher than I
expecting.
thought it was going to be. It's a lot higher than I thought it was going to
It's
be.
a lot of fun.
It
It's
is.
campy and colorful in all the best ways. The
This one is
villain
kind of the epitome of easy watching.
it is. It is an easy watch. The villains are a pleasure. Sometimes I literally just get joy from hearing Sledge trying to dote on
Yeah,
Calandra when she's upset.
that's
It's like
fun.
it's like a more wholesome version of the Zed and Rita
I was
dynamic.
about to say it kind of reminds me of that, but it's a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, very much so. And I mean, I try not well, I don't know how, well, you know what? Never mind, because I have Ninja Storm ranked super high. So it's like I am kind of factoring in when I observed these things and what was going on around it. And so it also does help this that it comes right after Samurai and Megaforce.
oh yeah,
It's like
oh yeah.
you've been like dragging yourself through those, and then you get this just wonderful little ray of sunshine that is Dino
Compared
Charge.
compared to a turd, plastic is gold. So
That's a good line.
this is, it coming right off the back of those two. It
Followed by
feels.
RPM. The what?
Oh, sorry. I think my internet cut out for a second there. I was just saying, compared to those two, this feels really amazing of a
Oh,
series.
true. Yeah. So my current list has Dino Thunder in first place, followed
Mm.
by RPM, SPD, Ninja Storm, Time Force, In Space, Jungle Fury, Lost Galaxy, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Wild Force, Turbo, Samurai, Operation Overdrive, and Mega Force in last place. So, all right. So I can pretty easily like bisect the whole thing and be like, I like it more than Last Galaxy. That puts it in the top half. Um, so yeah, the Jungle Fury question. This is gonna get very similar because we have Jungle Fury and In Space right next to each other. Um, both until now. You've now separated them. Um, so Jungle Fury. Yeah, I'm leaning toward the way you were seeing it. Where like these, I like this whole team. This is an easy watch. It's a lot of fun. Um, I don't mind Flit. See, here's the deal. Flit does not deduct any points from Jungle Fury for me. It's
Mhm.
that Miss Morgan gives Dino Charge a boost,
Yeah, that's fair.
and, and that's what puts it over Jungle Fury. All right, is Miss Morgan enough to beat In Space? Probably not, but let's think about this for a minute. All right, so In Space, legendary season. Everyone loves In Space.
To be clear,
It's
I personally didn't have it beating out in space, but I'm not going to fault you if you do. This is one of those times where I can see the argument because I do really like Dino Charge.
well, and that's kind of what I'm working through. Is like, so everyone loves In Space. Do I love In Space as much as everyone else? Uh, it's like it's a good season. It's got a lot of cool lore. In Space is a big one for cool lore. Um, and we've got
Vulcan Phenomenus, the Psycho Rangers.
that's a lot. Oh, the Psycho Rangers. Fuck yeah. Okay, they're really cool. But Dino Charge has Miss Morgan.
Did you call her Miss White?
I said Miss Morgan.
Okay.
Um. All right. So I don't know. Yeah, Dino Charge does just have that easy watching vibe that's just delightful, and I love Heckle. He's a lot of fun. He's this is tough. You know what? I think I'm putting it above In Space. I had just a lot of fun with this. Like Tyler and that actor, like it's just such a delight. There's so much just going on here. There's 10 of them. They've got a caveman. They have a
Yeah,
caveman, Blue.
yeah, that's true. Look, again, I will not argue with you on this because I was still going back and forth in my mind, like, am I willing to say that it's better than In Space? Because there is a conversation to be had. It's just for me personally, I think the grand finale aspect of In Space, um, I I put a little bit more value on the big climax to the story up until that
That's
point than
true.
something that's an easy watch. Um,
That's a very good point.
yeah,
And I guess also from my point of view that I have been maintaining this list more on what makes me happy versus what's quote unquote the best. It's the classic Logan versus the Avengers argument. Like Logan's an infinitely better story, but I'm always gonna choose to rewatch the Avengers first and would rank it higher on my personal enjoyment. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'm putting it just above In Space, which puts it just below Time Force.
you got time for us too damn long.
I know, that just kind of happened.
I know. We've said it a million times. It doesn't mean
Time
keep being
Force,
said,
we say it every episode. It's so sad that that kept happening to Time Force.
but I need to bully you about it.
And
All
it's
right.
like each time I put something above Time Force, it didn't feel bad in that moment, but now I keep seeing Time Force really low down the list, and it's bothering me.
Um, I did have a little bit of that just now when you were reading my list back because you said SPD is third and then Dino Thunder is fourth, and I was like, I put
Yeah.
SPD above it. That doesn't seem right. But as I thought about it, I was like, no, the plot lines for SPD are really fucking good
They
though.
are really good. So yeah, funny enough, we both put Dino Charge in 6th place.
Hey, there you go. You know what? I think that's a good spot for it. And because like even stripping away the bias of the time, because at the time, again, it felt like just a beautiful, like, oh, thank God we're back to a return to form after 5 years of
hmm
shit. Um, we finally have something really good, and
Yeah.
but like even taking away that, there's no longer recency bias. This was what 2016, so this was like
Something like that.
8-9 years ago now. Um,
Yeah. hmm
it holds up. It's a fun one.
it could be recency bias for me because I watched it properly for the first time a handful of months ago.
Well, yeah,
But
true.
I pretty much like I think I had seen a couple episodes of Samurai, a few episodes of Megaforce, and like one episode of Dino Charge, and then in 2024 I watched Samurai Megaforce. I watched from Samurai to the end in their entirety in like one big watch that took like a couple of months to complete. But
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
I'm excited. We're we're in a fun era of Power Rangers.
Yeah,
And
we're creeping up on the end now.
yeah, it's weird. It's weird to creep up on
Soon
the end
we're
of
gonna
Power
have to
Rangers.
think of other characters to do again.
That's true. Hmm.
Um, I need to actually look over the log of like what we've done because I started thinking earlier. I was like, have we done a Thor episode? What about an Ant-Man episode? I can't even remember if we've done these characters.
It's hard to remember by this point. Yeah, and I gotta start doing Fandom Optimist episodes again at some point. I've been on
Yeah,
episode 91 for like 6 months.
91. Damn boy, you gotta get your numbers up. I'm on what is this episode 100 fucking 17 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's 116 actually. Um, but yeah, all right. I think it's gonna about do it.
Awesome.
Everybody, thank you for listening. This was a great one. Oh my god, last episode was so low energy and so frustrating.
Yeah, we were depressed.
I was listening to it again right before we started, and I was just like, my head hurts. Just
We
like,
were
oh.
like we were like disappointed that we had to do it to get to what was next.
Yeah. So this was very fun, very high energy. But yeah, you can join the Cape Coral Discord. The link is in the description. You can suggest new episodes. I could really use suggestions, to be perfectly honest, because again, at some point pretty soon, we're going to have to stop doing Power Rangers because we're going to run out.
Hmm.
So, um, if you want to join the Discord, give me some suggestions for characters. I will do my best. Uh, again, for those of you who may not know, I can't do everyone. I'm extremely autistic, but I don't know everything. And like, I should have never done that fucking Samus Aran episode, and I cannot do a GI Joe episode. But if there's anything that's suggested, like even if it's weird shit, you know what I've been thinking about lately? Taking the Power of Juju. I bet nobody even remembers that game existed, but I do. So, um, shit like anything, like feel free to suggest. And you can also keep up to date on the episodes as they come out.
Hmm.
Few funny memes in there once in a while. It's pretty good. Um, I'm not even going to bother plugging like social medias and stuff because it's just like I don't really like update on anything else. It would just
Yeah,
be my
y'all know where
comfort
to
zone.
find us.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. Jordan, they can find you on the Phantom Optimist as well, which is a part of the Halt Pods Podcast Network. Phantom Optimist, SGW Comic Book Club, True Believers, a comic book podcast, movies to watch before you die.
Hmm.
They're all pretty good. Give them a listen. Um, I feel like my ending has become so streamlined now because I used to have to remember to like ask people to like support the series, but they can't do that. Um,
Yeah.
it tell you what, if anybody ever like really is like, oh man, I want to donate money to this guy for some reason, you can always join the Discord, DM me, and we'll work it out.
Hmm.
Just I don't have like a Patreon or anything right now, so um, again, if anyone ever wants me to set up a coffee or whatever, I'll do that. Um, but yeah, I think that's going to about do it. Any final thoughts?
No, this was just a really good time. I'm looking forward to Ninja Steel.
Yeah, next time, I feel like I'll still have plenty to say, but it's not going to be quite as positive. So,
Yeah,
you
it's
might,
not. I know for sure that it's not going to be. I didn't have as much fun as this, but I didn't despise it, so it's still going to be a good time.
yeah, we'll have some stuff to say. So,
Hmm.
tune in next time. Until then, stay strong, stay true to yourselves, and remember, we can all be heroes.